Now, for anyone
Oh,
wondering,
okay.
Jodo's face has magically disappeared as he teleported over to a different platform. We're using Skype. Oh, what the hell is that?
It has been a long time since I've used Skype for anything apart from calling landlines.
Oh, hang on, I should probably reload that. So
Probably.
anyways, with us is our Lord and Savior Cruel Tech.
Yeah.
Okay, that
So
works.
exhausted.
Oh, jeez. Wait. Yeah, you've been playing for like 4 hours.
I don't know. My first game took 20 minutes, and then I waited for an hour. The second round was much the same. Third one was okay-ish, but the last one was long.
Was the rage deck banned every single round?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought so.
Ah,
I
The
played.
passageway the passageway deck.
I played Rage Rush the whole day on ladder, and I guess people got tired of facing it, so every single round, without fail, they banned the Rage deck.
Oh, that's basically what it's there for half the time. But yeah, the Wisdom Dominion deck, by the way, I really like. It's very different from what I've seen before, but I really like how it worked with the Eternal Servants as the early game.
Yeah, I changed the deck a bit when they came out. I saw PewQ play them, and it was like back when Chicken came for 1 mana. It's also a great addition to Dragon, OTK, and Wisdom. And the zombies do the same thing. They're early drop. They can act as a threat. They gain life. They thin the deck. Very good value.
Yeah, it seems to work pretty well. There was also one thing I did want to ask about was you actually cut Helms completely, from what I can tell.
I haven't been running Helm, I don't know, half a year, months, a
Ah,
long time. They just don't seem to do enough. There's so much artifact removal. There's bounds, there's clans, or there's decks where it does nothing. Basically, I just want to play cards that either draw cards that kill stuff or that advance my game plan. Also, there's clans, so yeah, you have to cut some cards. And it's zombies.
yeah.
I wouldn't know what to put in there.
Hmm.
Well,
That game in the final was just ridiculous. The lamps did not want to show up.
yeah, I knew they were in the last 5 cards, and then they went up a bit, but still, every time I checked at the end, I missed them for like 1 or 2 cards, and I'm like, oh, come on, come on. So then the deck shuffled again when I missed another DO. So again, I had to find out where the lamp was, and then again, I always barely missed it, and I knew it was coming, and I didn't want to draw it on purpose at the end because I was afraid she would find another Drayla.
Yeah.
So I kept it for when it would be lethal.
Yeah, Drayla really messes up the searching for win conditions.
I was really greedy when I didn't play the silencer, and I actually said out loud, "There's no way he's gonna play another Drayla now, right?" And of course he did. Ah, come on. That was a nice play.
Yeah, we were talking about that when that turn came around. It was like probably just play the silencer here, and then it just got taken. But I
And
mean,
I was thinking also, what happens if she finds another one and then, boom, 2 cataclysms are gone with the bounce shrine. Can you
yeah,
bounce any creature, right?
yep.
Oh man.
It's that deck was kind of crazy. The funny thing about it was, in the last game, it kind of lost to itself.
Yeah, I didn't know until I watched the stream how poorly she
What?
drew in that match. I mean, I knew I had to go all in and get there before you can break out the Devourer or start cleansing stuff. But
Yeah.
none of that happened because apparently he didn't find any other color sources.
Well, the thing about it was one of those things where it was very unlucky, but Lucy also built his decks like he was praying to the gods of the dice. So he only had 7 Dominion shrines in the deck, including skill shrines. So it wasn't a guarantee to get it early, and he got shrine screwed as well at some other point in the tournament with shamans because he only had a 15 shrine deck with his shamans.
I think that's okay to run 15 lands. You also have the primal card draw. You have the valley.
That's
I don't think
true.
it's too greedy.
With the thing is, with monocolor decks, I get it. With when you've got multiple colors, though, it seems a bit greedy to me.
I run, I believe, 14 shrines in the rage deck. I mean, that's very greedy, and that's the only deck where I would do it, I think. But 15 sounds okay. Everyone
Yeah,
runs clans, they run Mark of Gods.
that's true.
Speaking of solid lineups or attacking weak decks, that was pretty much the team most of these rounds. Like first round I was up against Dobrici, and I saw Amon, then this weird, I don't know, I always call him Chicken Hero because all he did is corruption out the chickens, and Kainu, and I kind of snap banned Kainu because I thought, well, Dobrici is good with Kainu, and then there's two black decks sharing cards somewhat. Like, how good can they be together versus 3 different decks? And yeah, well, I never got to see the second deck because it was 2 times Amon and had a better draw. Round 2 was exactly the same. I banned Kainu and I played against Amon and I think Enoch. Rinriet, I believe. And round 3 was against Androela. That was interesting. That was a different lineup. And I banned... what did I ban?
Yitik. It was Yitik, Zash, and Amon.
Did I ban Yitix? Or Amon?
Well, the Amon deck was a... I think it was Reanimator. And Yitix was Mono Dominion.
Man, I really can't remember what deck I banned.
Oh well.
I can't remember at all. Maybe this time I banned the Amon, but yeah, no idea.
I mean, you might have only just played against the Zash one twice, because didn't you go 2-0 in all the matches apart from the final?
I went 2-0 the first 3 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll have to rewatch the stream, but yeah, whatever.
I don't actually know if we called that game. We may have.
You did stream it, but
I
don't know what I banned.
You banned Yitix, apparently. Zeph just posted.
That's weird. Okay. I must have thought I'm doing okay against Amon with Hemalian. Or maybe that the Yitix was going to be a really solid Dominion deck. Maybe I saw a game of his and banned it that way. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, also, Yitix is kind of one of those heroes that's a bit weird. Like, it could be shamans, for instance.
Yeah, that's also possible. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, it was a strange deck. It was Mono Dominion, but it was playing Titans and Fateful Day and Chalice. and one enslave.
Yeah, maybe I heard that.
But yeah, it was a strange deck.
I remember you saying that about this one of the Dominion decks. 4 helms and then a save. Yeah, maybe that's why I banned it. I just knew this Wisdom Rage deck, or Aura Rage deck. Yeah, Wisdom Rage.
Yeah, it was a merge.
Yeah, I didn't see myself losing against it 2 times. But it was close,
makes sense.
I thought. But yeah, it's Wisdom Rage. And against Lucy, I just didn't want to play against totems based on what you usually say about Rage. It just can pull out these random wins, and yeah, you never know what to expect, you know?
The thing is, you can build lineups that are good against it, but it's one of those decks where it's like, sometimes they just draw 3/1 drops.
If she gets 3 drain totems or whatever, and the card draw totem, and there's just nothing you can do against the great totem draw. And I'm not sure how the Hamillion deck plays against it, or Rage can also lose against it, so it's kind of like 50-50. And then there's the fact that the Ethics is 3-color, so yeah, maybe the mana base is kind of wonky. I actually thought it was going to be some chicken deck with Rage base, and then I was totally wrong. So I guess I didn't pay enough attention in the streams or whatever. I never saw the deck.
Actually,
I don't know, yeah, it was kind of a relief.
This was Rinriet's deck, right? The funny thing about it was, because of how long Game 2 was, you pretty much had the deck list for Game 3. Like, I don't think it really mattered in the end, but yeah, you basically saw the whole deck.
Yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, I don't know. It was a very nice Masters. Lots of interesting games. Especially in the early rounds, there were so many matches where you could say, damn, this should be a final. Like, there was QQ and Lucy V. Was it QQ and Lucy V? I don't know. Larisi had some nice games. Rinrit was in there. Geronimo was in there. Lots of interesting games.
Yeah, the lineups were really strong this time. Wild Blade was playing the same lineup again from last Masters, and pretty much the same lineup from the time before, which means this particular lineup has now got 10 points in 11 points in 3 Masters. So I think he had a decent shot at it, but I think the field changed a bit this time round, so it wasn't quite the same.
I think his lineup is kind of similar to mine in the way that it's very solid and it's hard to hate it.
Yeah.
And if he can dodge some hard, like solid lineup on solid lineup matches or win them, we usually get 3 points, I think. And yeah, he did that. The one master I think I didn't play. Then there won another master. We didn't get paired. And yeah, we didn't play this time again.
You managed to not play him. Huh.
Well, I'm curious to see how this matchup goes, but we did play the lineups in some conquests, and so far I think I won 2 times. But yeah, it's just Saturday conquest, so it will be interesting to see how it goes in a Masters.
Yeah.
Maybe it was in the golden ticket qualifier. I don't know.
We've had the same balance for 3 Masters in a row now, which is I can't remember the last time that happened.
What do you mean by balance?
Like, we haven't had a balance change or a card addition or something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the meta's changing slowly, but it's like new stuff is still showing up, but it's mostly because people are looking as opposed to because things are changing.
Well, I think Lucy is very, very active in searching for new decks.
Yeah, it
And
definitely is.
he could just as well have played green-white advanced Neva. I'm not sure why he didn't bring that. He's been playing that a bunch on ladder and conquests and qualifiers and whatnot. And it's
Yeah.
very solid. And I don't think it cuts into any of his colors either, so yeah,
Maybe a
maybe.
last minute choice. There was, I mean, Denoman he only went the 1 point, but he had some really interesting decks that we only got glimpses of. But there was there was a Neva Spirits deck with Order, which was all over the place. That was quite entertaining to watch. There was also he was playing mono blue, but with a Order Splash for Ray and Coldheart Paladin. Because it turns
yeah.
out if you embody Paladin, it does 4 damage. Just instantly. So he's using it as a
What do you
finisher.
mean for damage?
Well, Paladin's text says when it kills something, your opponent loses 1 life for each good level you gain
So
it.
it heals itself or what?
It turns out if you embody one of your own creatures with the Paladin, it counts as the Paladin killing it. So it burns your opponent.
That's silly.
Yeah, it happened and we were like, what?
Actually, you said it was Dunaman, right?
Yeah.
He said on Discord that he has found a bug, but he wouldn't tell anyone what the bug is because he's afraid everyone will use it or whatever. But he said he's pretty sure that that's not how it was intended.
I don't think it's supposed
that's
to work
the bug.
that way.
Because that's pretty great, you know? Embody something, drain 4.
Attack, kill something, drain 4. I mean, that's what happened. He dealt 8 damage burst in an Order Wisdom deck.
Oh man, that's some dirty stuff.
It was, but it was like, it happened, and we were just thinking, wait, that works? It doesn't seem like it should.
Rinriet and this totem deck with the Forsaken Totems. There was some bug with, or feature, where you could cast any spell of these Forsaken Totems, and he just milled himself and played spells from his grave, or I don't know, something like that, you know? Plus, there was a bug with the Forsaken Totem.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, Ringrid did it. Like a year ago, or half a year and a half. He would always find these crazy, quote-unquote, fun decks, and
then they break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. We've had some weird bugs show up because of that. I mean, there's a lot of cards in the game, and some of them have really weird effects.
Any other weird decks out there? I mean, I didn't see what those chicken corruption decks were. Were they actually chickens? Were they?
Yeah, they were chicken decks.
Okay.
I think it was just chicken zombie decks. There was probably a few with weird selections, but I think it was just, you know, zombies but with chickens.
Run a Hartford deck?
I don't think so. There was a Nightmare Hydra deck, but they didn't go the full Hydra giant Hartsford thing. Just Hydras with Midnight Cravings.
Hey, was it Androela with this weird? Yeah, maybe. I saw some deck with Nightmare Stallion.
Yeah. There was a Stallion deck. See if I can remember who it was. Hey Fuzz, you still alive?
More or less.
I saw a Stallion and a dragon under it, and I was like, yeah, okay, but now your Stallion needs to die. in order to reanimate it. And it lost against totems, I believe, or I'm not 100% sure, but
Huh. I'll go have a
that's
look
it.
later. Because there was a few things. There was what is this? This Mill? Oh yeah, Torek, though we didn't get to watch it, Torek was playing 3-color Mill.
Oh boy.
Um which he called Snakeless Plane for some reason. But yeah, he was
Yeah,
playing 3-color
play,
Mill.
play on Snake on a Plane, you know?
Yeah, but there's no snakes anyway. Not even playing them. Come on. Well, hence the snakeless, I guess.
Actually saw a cool mill deck today. Oh yeah. It was with vultures and the snakes and the usual stuff. But it also had what's this thing called? Almond's bidding or whatever. Where you sacrifice a creature and then you search your deck.
Really?
You search your deck for a demon with that level. So he sacrifices some trash creature and he gets a vulture from his deck. And I'm like, oh, damn, that's genius.
So he's playing
It's like-
ritual. Jeez.
That's
Yeah,
the mill
just
deck
vulture. That's true. Vulture is only one level. You can just get it with like anything.
I mean, you can sacrifice the stupid zombie, or you can sacrifice a wall that you don't need, or you can sacrifice a snake that you want to get rid of. Anything really. It's like
Huh.
more or less four extra mills.
Zev's taking the piss out of you. Cool and mill in the same sentence.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, so.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah. No, there's still some weird stuff going around. I mean, okay, we are playing a cleanse game right now. Especially in Conquest, it's like you've got 4 cleanses. Where do you put them?
It's so sad. I tried to make Wisdom Rage work on ladder, and I started out with 1 cleanse and the usual 4 Phoenix and stuff. And after every game, I would cut another Phoenix, add more cleanse, cut more stuff, add more card draw, and in the end, I'm just sitting there and playing basically Silencer, Burn, Draw, Chin weird stuff, and like, come on, it's just you can't play a Phoenix. And then I lost 3 games or so, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm done with this. Rage all day and on to the Masters.
I tried a bit with WR. I tried some weird builds like dragon builds with the hero power where you just dump mid-range creatures, try and get a dragon in play. But
didn't you make this deck, or was it Vanguard, with the copy the
dragon?
Copy the dragon when it dries, or copy whatever,
That deck's been around for a while. It hasn't made much remark. It was when the Essence came out, quite a few Shrining people were on it. Because it was like, hey, Essences! So you can either get Flesh Sculptors back, or you could just get Dragons. And then cleanse.
I think what makes the Essence so broken is that you get to choose when to use it.
Yeah.
And even if you don't choose, it's always gonna be a ramp up. It's like a stationary Kaino effect without turn delay.
As far as the cleanse thing goes, Zeph, we did see it coming. Like when cleanse was in development, at least I lobbied for it, and a few other people did. It was 6 mana, and we thought it was pretty good. And then it got changed to 5 because a couple of people thought it was too slow, and it's like, that's too good. But then it just got released, so we did know. It just got a bit. Yeah, it used to be 6 mana, and I thought it was fine at 6, and a few other people did on the balance team as well. But it got changed to 5, and here we are.
The thing is, you cannot just change cleanse now, because if you only change cleanse, the other ancient cards are still stupidly costed. Primal Battle for one after
Yeah, battle's
Symbol of
crazy.
Fating something for one after getting it out cheap from Kaino. It's just absurd.
Yeah,
Some crazy tempo you can make, and I'm not sure a fan of this.
I mean, Primal Battle I think is the worst offender. Most of the ancient cards are not that bad, I don't think. But Primal Battle and Cleanse are...
Also, Cleanse, if it wasn't instant, would be okay-ish, I guess.
Yeah, if it wasn't instant, I think it'd be
Cleanse
fine.
is, the instant makes it so brutal.
Ancient... Yeah, I thought that's how you spell ancient.
It's like a Holy Radiance that you can pop anytime or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it also
play
deals with swifted things, which is kind of crazy.
Swifted things, combat tricks, anything. Yeah, combat things. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, Cleanse is also one of those cards where it's like, it looks like a lot of mana, but there's a lot of decks in the game that either they have a ramp or they only play 2 levels, so they end up with a lot of mana.
I think
So
what's dirty is is also it's only a level 1, so by the time you cleanse a Phoenix or something bigger, it's the same problem as any other too cheap removal.
yeah, draws a card as well.
And it cycles. What?
It's pretty good. In fact,
It's like those
Cleanse.
parallel Evos.
Yeah, it is actually. It's a bit like Parallel Evo, but in every color. The funny thing about it is the 2 decks that abuse it to an insane degree, in my opinion, are Dominion decks because of all the ramp, and the Kainu decks because of Deogen.
I'm telling you, I run it even in Rage. 1 copy at least.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
did notice
copies,
that.
and sometimes I run 1 Mark of Gods. Usually in the ladder I'm with 2 clans, and in the Masters I'm with 1 Mark of Gods because I can't 4 clans or more. But yeah, it's just such a great card.
Yeah, most of the ancient cards are pretty specific, but Cleanse and Primal Battle are not.
If I could, I would probably put some in Hermelian too.
Yeah.
Don't have enough spots.
Yeah, I mean, Hermelian, like, that's a pretty tight deck list. That's always the issue, is trying to fit stuff in. That
I
happens.
hate working on that deck. It always starts starts as a mess, and it takes a very long time to get it to a place where it doesn't feel like a total mess. So right now I like it. I know if someone really wanted, they could make an even better version. And then when I play against it, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? It's so obvious. So yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just like Order. Order has a lot of cards you want to play. Like, because they're all, especially when you're on this creature plan. Order is really, really strong for creatures. So there's so much stuff you want to play. But yeah.
You want to play the Sentry, you want to play some 2-drops, you want to play Deogen.
You want to play Deogen, then there's like Tidal Wave, Soul Projection.
You want to play Reincarnation Spirit in every white deck ever. I mean, that card is so good.
Reincarn is weird because a lot of people don't like it because it costs a lot of mana, but it plays better than it looks.
You have the Militant Citadel, so it doesn't cost shit usually. And I actually think what I really hate is not the Reincarnation. I hate the Militant Citadel. Like,
it's
every
so
time I play
annoying.
against it and someone has it, I'm like, oh, come on.
It's also kind of annoying to play with because you need one, but you also draw them later. So it's like, do you play 4? Do you play 3, 2? What do you do?
I would never play 4. But
I've played 4 knights, but in knights it's like if you don't get one, you pretty much die. So you really need one.
I think 2 is okay, and 3 is a little bit greedy. I don't know. Or 2 is greedy, I don't know, but it's right.
I mean, it seemed to play well.
I was very mulliganing very hard for them, and also DOing every turn if I didn't have them.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, this Hermelian deck reminds me a lot of the Kainu decks, just taken in a slightly different way. Because, well, I mean, they're the same color combo, obviously, but it's the same issue where you've got all these, like, the 2 colors are so deep, but only when they're put together. Because you've got Deogen, you've got all the spells that you want because of Deogen, and then you've got, I mean, Alabaster is really strong. For the aggro with Hermelian. That's so much burst damage. So it just seems like a really strong deck, to be honest.
Alabaster is key, I think. It's 4 mana and it cannot be devoured. And okay, Swift, I guess.
Yeah. And if it gets through, well, off a reincarnation, you can get, what, like 10 damage in pretty easy. It's
I
like
think...
Flame Serpent.
I think the kind of deck kind of has the edge in being able to clear a board in these mid-rangey battles. Like, if you coin a trend and you have a projection, you always clear anything. And Hermelion has the advantage of more sticky, speedy, a little bit easier to go wide and slap a blessing on something.
Yeah. And you've got that burst.
Yeah. I've won so many games, opponents on 15, 18, whatever. You just chip in a few damage at first, you put some threats, you force them to remove something. One game was really, really cool against one of the first 2 rounds, maybe against Rinried. I played what's the Sunblast with the Sunblast, and to put the Namias Blessing on it, or Trigon, I think it was a Blessing, just to force the Sanctum. She needed to have Fumes and Sanctum to clear my board. She did it. But after that, okay, now I can go wide.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I hate this Burning Rage deck. It's so disgusting. I look at my hand, I'm like, okay, I got the Trigon, I got the Citadel, I got the Reincarnation Spirit, I got the Slanteries. How can I ever lose this game? And again, I said it out loud. Well, he could always go turn 1 Burning Rage something.
Yeah.
And of course he does.
Oh, it was like watching that game was
not like... only does he have it, he also hits every fucking spell, every fucking turn.
Watching that game was like turn 5, and it's like, okay, it's a Masters Final, you can't concede, but like, how do you get back from this?
It was annoying because my plan was always to win against the Aemon deck with the Hermelian deck, and oh shit, now I have to win 2 against this weird deck that I don't know what exactly it does. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it works. I mean, card games, it's like, I mean, you would know this better than anyone. Sometimes you get unlucky, sometimes you get lucky.
Has there been a Masters winner with 100% games won?
I think there's been one, because I think there was a news post about it. I can't remember who did it, though.
Because that was my goal this time. Like, I was 6-0 the first 3 games. But nope, denied.
Actually, if I run into Comsiat or anything, I might message him and I'll ask him, because if anyone knows, he does. The, like, Masters scholar.
I could see someone, like, clone or one of these old school guys. I think if it happened, then it happened in the first 10 Masters somewhere.
I think
Not,
so.
not clone, but Pavel maybe, or someone like him.
Maybe, I don't know, because it probably didn't happen in the first 5 because the game at that point was like, I think it was going to best of 3 because of just the way it worked, because the conquest format was so uniform.
Best of 3. Still best of 3.
But I mean, like, it always went to 3 games. But I don't know. I think it's happened. Well, okay, there's been 39 of them. It probably has happened. But I might go looking because I'm curious. I think someone's done it, but I can't remember who. It may have been Duel, actually.
Dual
Ah,
control, man.
I'll message Comsy and see if he knows. Geth? Has Geth won a Masters?
No.
Didn't think so.
Did he even play in any?
I think he played in 1 or 2. Geth wasn't really around though much once Masters era kind of started.
Mm-hmm. Other question: these custom tournaments, like, will we be able to define the formats, or will we be able to put custom entry fees or custom rewards, or what's the general gist of it?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's custom formats.
I got the impression from talking to Small Y'all that it should be custom anything.
Small y'all.
Like, the rewards, I think, are supposed to be based on the entry fees, though.
Right.
Because I was thinking, man, I would like to do some crazy stuff, you know? What tournament with whatever, crazy entry fee, or one tournament with crazy prize pool, and every participant gets the same reward, no matter how they do. Just to see who shows up, like a big festival or something. Or you can do custom stuff, like, yeah.
I kind of like the idea of doing custom formats. I kind of want to see what the game would be like if you weren't allowed to use, like, well, we've already done 3 copies, right? That was what tournament was run with 3 copy decks?
Yeah.
Ivia.
Yeah, there you go. But there must be some weird stuff we can do. Wouldn't that be kind of funny? Would be a conquest format where you're only allowed to use basic heroes.
Or one where you're not allowed to use commons. Oh man, so many annoying cards.
Oh,
It's gonna be a big fest of rares and epics and okay, I guess uncommons will.
if you remove, because the thing is, if you remove rares, epics, and heroics, you just get a bunch of aggro and mid-range decks. But if you remove commons and uncommons, the game just goes nuts.
I mean, there's gonna be CFG Nami, a weird deck Gomor, but
how do you even
that?
Like, are there any rare low drops? Valosworn Incarnate.
Yeah, the lizard guy, the 1/1. Gruels.
Oh yeah. No, you can make a blue deck, I guess, with sentience and chicken and I don't know what rarities parallel Evo.
I think that's uncommon.
There's
not a lot of cards in the game that are raring up. That would be really interesting, actually, because the thing is, we would see weird cards just because there's not enough cards that are good at these rarities. Like Earthquake, if you want your board wipe.
Dang.
That would be really weird. I'd kind of be up for playing a tournament like that. I don't know. That'd be interesting, but yeah.
Ban all ancient cards. That's great.
That's the Cruel Tech approved. Ban ancient cards. I kind of like the idea of having a tournament where each person's given like 3 cards and they have to pick one, and they can be like weird cards. Have to pick one, and that has to be in your deck. Didn't we do something like that a while ago, actually?
I had a weird dream tonight that an album was, I don't know, doing a Skype with me or talking to me or whatever, and she's like, I finished or recorded that song. Like he said, he's gonna do a song of my choice if I win a Masters. And back when I won one, I told him what song, and she didn't do it. Or yeah. And then I wake up today and like, wait, was this real or was this a dream?
Oh, jeez.
So weird.
It's gotten to you.
What's up with an album? I haven't seen him forever.
There's quite a few people that I just can't. I mean, people come and go. Like, I haven't played that much this month, but it's like just come off and on. What happened to Hole? Did he fall asleep? Come on, we almost had 16 people this Masters.
He's gonna say, yeah, well, Crew won because I didn't play well.
Yeah, no. Every time.
Too easy.
Oh, jeez. Well, the Australian's probably asleep at 5 in the morning, which is probably what he should have been doing anyway. We were just playing normal decks with two dead cards. Yeah, I think I remember that. I remember playing like Angels with Amon's Ritual in it or something. Yeah, that was a weird tournament. Well, I don't think I've got anything else on the agenda. Well, Fuzz has been sitting in the background just listening.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Oh, jeez. But anyway, well, congrats again, Cruel. That's your second one, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the exclusive club. I think there's only 3 or 4 people that have done that.
I think it's more. Winria, Duel, QQ, Peacekeeper, you. I mean, Wowblade.
Yeah, okay. Okay, there's actually quite a few. Well,
I'm sure Sweeks? Sweeks won a Masters? What the hell?
Jade!
What the hell? I'm confused. Sandal me? Nah. Or maybe, I don't know.
A lot of people have won Masters at this point.
Vanguard has got to have won too.
Yeah, I think he does. I think Vanguard is heading one statistic, which is the number of golden tickets not used.
And he also wins 2 of these per month, so...
Oh, jeez. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to call it a night, so... Well... Congrats again, Cruel. Thanks for having me on, Fuzz, as always.
Of course.
Anyway, bye guys.
Ta-ta.